welcome you all for this optical communication lecture series, Unit 5, Optical Communication Systems and Networks. So, from this fifth unit, let us discuss what are all the components involved in our fiber optical communication systems, how to handle those components, then how to connect those things, and then important role of those individual components. Those things we have to discuss under this unit. Then followed by what kind of architecture it has to follow. That's a network. So we are all very much aware. In general, network means group of components or group of systems perform for particular task, themselves interconnected together and perform particular task, that is called as network. So in our optical network, in the sense, in this place, group of component in the sense like splices, connector, and what are the additional subcomponents to be used or to be involved in this particular optical communication systems. So that's called as optical communication and network. So within this short introduction, let us move to subject. This disclaimer is applicable to all the participants, those who are all listening in online platform and learning this content. After watching this video or lecture series, students will be able to realize various components involved in optical communication systems and networks and its selection consideration process. So now let us look into point-to-point link. So this is the first topic of Unit 5. So what it means for point-to-point means it represents transmitter part and receiver part. So that's a representation of point-to-point. So in between the transmitter and the receiver, we need to establish fiber optical cable. The simplest transmission link is a point-to-point link. It has following major components. So the point represents optical transmitter as well as optical receiver. So in between the channel is established, that is maybe fiber optical cable. So we are all aware transmitter side consists source. The source may be light or LED or laser light. So that keep on emitting that light signal. That signal is associated with drive circuitry. The drive circuitry perform certain modulation process. So put together called as light source and drive circuitry put together called as transmitter unit. Then it is connected to fiber optical cable. So the transmitter has to convert light signal. The source produce light signal. The transmitter is associated with the drive circuitry. That drive circuitry also taking care of modulation process, and the transmitter unit convert entire light signal, sorry, entire electric signal into light signal. Then the light signal is transmitted over fiber optical cable. So by the time it has some certain challenges. After reaching, after traveling light signal in fiber optical cable, it has to reach the receiver part, receiver unit. So the receiver unit consists of a few more block diagrams, that is called as photo detector, amplifier, and signal processing circuitry. So the detector consists major diodes like photodiode, spin photodiode, avalanche photodiode, like that. It consists major three components. Those components, any among these three, we can select any one of that particular component. Those components can taking care of detection process, the responsivity, sensitivity process. Then followed by those components can also isolate, identify the presence of the noise. According to that, it has to choose certain algorithmic process in order to overcome the losses which is present in the light signal. Then it has some filtering process also used to remove the unwanted noises, and then pulse reshaping process also taken care by in our optical receiver unit. Then it has to convert the light signal into electrical signal. After the conversion of the electrical signal, it has to give on to user. So this is the overall working process of point-to-point link process. So it's again related to our first unit concept. So if I want to select or if I want to design point-to-point link requirements, link means what are all the key requirements are required, sir? First one is desired transmission distance. How much distance I have to use this communication, or how much distance I want to transmit this particular light signal. So according to that, I have to select the length of the fiber optic cable, then the requirement of additional subcomponents. like connectors, splices, so on so things. Then data rate, how much speed I have to transmit. That is called as data rate, kilobyte per second or megabyte per second, like that. Then bit error rate. So how much amount of bit error rate it has to produce. So these kind of major key requirements are to be considered before establishing any point-to-point link. So in order to fulfill above these requirements, any user or a designer has to choose following components and associated with characteristics. Based on our requirement, we have to select that component. That things alone they have been represented over here. So first one is source. So on source side, what are all the parameters we need to consider? So in our source in general, we have been used for light emitting diode and laser diodes. So these are all the things. So the parameters are emission wavelength, at which specific the light signal has to emit, that wavelength. Then spectral line width, how much frequency it has to produce. Output power, how much amount of output it has to produce. Then effective radiative area, in which direction it has to radiate. That is called as effective radiative area. Effective in the sense, there are if you take LED means it produce light signal in all the directions. Among that, in certain area it may be produced much more brightness, much more signal strength. That is called as effective radiative area. Power radiated per unit area. That is called as effective radiative area. Then emission pattern. So coming towards light emitting diode, it produce Lambertian pattern of signal. So we are all familiar. Lambertian pattern in the sense it produce uniform output in all the directions. That is called as emission pattern or Lambertian pattern. So if you take laser means it produce monochromatic light. So it produce single wavelength. So because of that, it can travel long distance. So such kind of consideration called as emission pattern. Number of emitting mode. How much amount of mode it has to produce, light signal mode. If you take laser means it produce only one particular mode. If you take LED means it produce multiple number of modes. That is called as light emitting mode. So the above six parameters are very essential to be considered in our before transmission of before designing of transmitter part. Then fiber, optical fiber. So in between transmitter and receiver there is fiber optical cable. So before selecting that fiber optical cable, what are all the things we have to consider, sir? First one is core size, which is represented as a small a. Then core refractive index profile. So which kind of refractive index profile we have to choose, either rectangular profile or triangular profile or circular profile, or like that we have to select the corresponding type of profile. So based on that profile value alone, alpha value has keep on changing. Then bandwidth or dispersion, how much amount of bandwidth you have to select. By selection of that particular bandwidth, what kind of losses, pulse broadening or pulse overlapping losses, how much it has been produced. That's called as dispersion. Then fourth one is attenuation. So the corresponding based on that selection of above three key process, it produce how much amount of attenuation. Then fifth one is numerical aperture. So how much amount of numerical aperture it produce, light gathering capacity of optical fiber. That's called as numerical aperture. Mode field diameter, how much diameter you have to select for this particular light signal transition. That is called as these are all the 5 different parameters we must consider before designing or before selecting our particular fiber optical cable. So next let us look into receiver parameter. What are all the receiver parameter we have to consider, sir? So now on our receiver side, we have been used either photodiode, pin photodiode, or avalanche photodiode. So before selecting that these concerned units, what kind of the parameters we have to consider, sir? Responsivity. So responsivity in the sense ratio between total number of output power divided by input power, that is called as responsivity. And then sensitivity of the light signal. Once the sensitivity increases means the responsivity also keep on increase. So the sensitivity is directly proportional to responsivity. Then operating wavelength. So it operates in which specific wavelength. According to that, we have to select. Then speed of light signal conversion, light into electrical energy, that conversion ratio. Then fourth one is sensitivity. These are all the major four parameters we have to consider before designing our fiber optical receiver unit. So another end is point to, in our point to point link, one point is considered as transmitter part, in between another one point is considered as receiver part, in between and transmitter and receiver connected by fiber optical cable. Two analyses are usually carried out to ensure that designing of system performance. One is link power budget, another one is rise time budget. Those things we will discuss in our on next presentation. So this is our references. Optical fiber communication textbook authored by Gerard Kaiser, published by McGraw-Hill Education, page number of 306. Thank you. So before winding this class or this session, so we just recall what are the contents we have discussed so far. So the point to point link, so it represents the transmitter part and receiver part. So in between and the transmitter and receiver, we have been established fiber optical cable. So before the selection of those things, what are all the parameters to be considered? So in our transmitter side, receiver side, and the channel side, I mean cable, fiber optic cable. So if we take transmitter side, means wavelength, source, that kind of things. If you take fiber, means core radius, mode field diameter, that kind of things. If you take receiver part, means sensitivity, responsivity, speed, those kind of things has to be considered. Then especially in our fiber optical communication system produces some negligible amount of losses. Those losses also analyzed by using two major techniques, that is called as link power budget analysis, and another one is link power system power, sorry, rise time budget analysis. Those kind of two major techniques to be considered.